Remember when Kevin Hart got canceled?
Oh, dude, I remember that.
Like Kevin Hart back in like 10, when he was first starting his career, he put
Beginning
out some
back in 2000. No, not even that. Yeah,
it might
early
be
2000.
2000s, right? Like he
Yeah,
put out like he had a few of his shows where he had some like anti-gay stuff on his shows, right? They were all
yeah,
jokes and stuff.
yeah.
And then someone found a tweet of his from back then where he said if his kid was gay, he would punch him in the throat or something. Like he would hate that or something like that. And people got really upset with that. And then he was up to be like hosting the Grammys or like the something.
I think I think it's no, that's not the Oscar. It's something I know. I don't know about
He
something
was
big.
hosting. He was like that was his. He says this later in like interviews. He's like, this was my like the biggest goal ever was to host this award show, and he got the opportunity to do it, and then he got like this came out, and everyone was like, no, we can't have him on the show, and so he had to resign from the show, and it's like all of someone's hard work getting up to this one point to bring back one tweet of his or like something he said back in the day, and then that just like ruins such
I
a
think
special moment.
I also think he got pressure. I think for 2018 for the Oscar hosting the Oscar. That's what it was. Um, I think you're right in a sense. Actually looking at this article. He had to step down from hosting the Oscar in 2019.
That's what it was, the Oscars, right? Like
Yeah.
he says later on like that was
Is
his
that resurfacing past tweeted feeds?
yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
It was like 10 years before that. It wasn't something recent that he said.
Yeah.
And in 10 years you change a lot as a person, and like your ideas
Yeah.
of stuff change. And yeah, you probably shouldn't have said it, but like a lot of things you like post back when the internet first started, or when you first get on the internet, is a lot of it is to be controversial. Like if you go back to my Facebook feed, which I hope none
Yeah.
of you guys do, because there's a lot of like really bad stuff on there. But like it was all just me being controversial. Like I'm in college, I'm just trying to like
saying shit, whatever.
say shit to get
Attention,
people to get
to
people
likes,
to
get those
yeah.
likes, man.
It's all shock value, right? Like everything I said was to get shock, was to
Yeah.
shock people, and it's just I don't know. Like in 10 years, you change, and like you understand like that's
imagine
really,
not just 10 years, in a year you change, man. To be honest with you, from last year to this year, man.
That's
I
true.
believe we all change to a certain degree, man.
Yeah,
And if you haven't changed, I mean, you haven't done anything.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And like I feel like, but like I feel like our culture also evolves, right? Like as a society we evolve, and something that was okay back in the 90s is not okay now, right? So
Well, it's the same thing, right? I was, before we were, start talking about this podcast, I feel like it could be a generation thing, because our generation could chastise our parents' generation, right? It's in, it's like mocking them. Why would back in the day, why we were telling only woman belongs to the kitchen type of deal, right? In a sense, like it's a generational thing that there will always be a generation that's going to be chastising the prior generation as well, too, though.
right, and there will always be stuff to chastise about. There's always gonna be stuff that
Yeah.
one generation does wrong, right?
But